Welcome back, everybody, to Operation Pluto. We're going to be doing Italy turn 3 and Germany turn 4. There's no housekeeping items to take care of, so we'll jump straight into the Italian turn 3. Italy has $15. It's going to be spending 11 on a medium bomber. It's going to be spending 3 on a Lend-Lease cav to the Nationalist Spain. So that will leave us with $1 in the bank, and we will collect at the end of the turn. So we'll have 11 to spend next turn. Italy is making no combat moves, and in fact the only move Italy is actually making is the fighter on Sicily is going to fly over and land on Sardinia. So yeah, that covers Italy's turn, with the exception of doing the tech roll, which will again be for heavy armor. And that is a miss at a 6. Right? So we'll go ahead and place Italy's buys. The medium bomber into northern Italy, and the cav into Galicia and Lyon. So yeah, that's Italy's turn end. We'll now jump into Germany turn 4. Germany is not going to be buying anything. It's going to be saving all 36 of its dollars and adding 24 at the end of its turn to that, which will put us at 60 IPPs in the bank. For tech, Germany is going to be rolling heavy armor and advanced subs again. Germany is also going to be rolling long-range aircraft, as well as improved construction. So we get a miss on improved construction, hit on heavy armor finally. Looks like we miss on long-range aircraft, and we miss on advanced subs again. Alright, so 1 out of 4 hits on our tech. We'll then jump into the rest of Germany's turn. Germany has no combat moves to make. Non-combat moves, the cav in Bohemia is going to Bavaria. The 3 light tanks in Berlin are all going to Western Germany. The sub in A11 is moving down to A28. The sub that started in A28 is moving down into A44. The sub that's in M2 is moving out into A44. And the sub that is in P78 is moving over to the Pacific. I guess it's already in the Pacific, but moving to the other side of the board, and is going 1, 2, 3 into P66. And that has got all of the German moves done, I do believe. Yes. So we will now do Spain. Everything that Spain has is going to be attacking Catalonia. So both of its cavs, all 3 of its artillery, the infantry, and both fighters. And we're facing a Republican fighter, Republican medium bomber, 2 Republican infantry, a Republican militia supplied by the heavy cruiser, and the Republican AAA. So we do have our 3 first strikes from our 3 artillery at 2 to roll first. So that is 3 first strikes. And then we have our 2 cav and our upgraded infantry. We then have our 2 fighters that are rolling at 6. The Republicans have a fighter defending at 6, a medium bomber defending at 4, 2 infantry defending at 4, a ghost militia at 2, and then we'll have 2 anti-air shots from its AA gun at 3. So we will roll for our first strike first, see if we can get any hits off those. Indeed, we got one hit off that, and I have been in contact with the veteran, and he has elected to take the first strike hit on the Ghost Militia. Now we'll move into the rest of the combats. We get no hits on our cav or our infantry, and we get one air superiority hit, which the veteran has also elected to take, or has mentioned he wanted it to take on his medium bomber. So we'll set that aside. Now we will roll for his defending units, and we're really hoping that we only take one aircraft hit. We'll see how it goes. Oof, anti-air hits, but the fighter misses. That is good for us. So let's see. The anti-air hits, which means we lose a fighter. Wow, both infantry and the medium bomber, all three missed, and the fighter misses. This is going to turn out much better for the Nationalists than even I was hoping for. Okay. So already did the Ghost Militia hit, so the medium bomber gets deleted, and one of my fighters gets deleted. The anti-air doesn't get to fire anymore, but I will leave the die out just so I know to take it as a body, and we will roll for round 2. See, one of our cabin militia hits and one of our artillery hits, and our fighter also hits. It's 3 hits, which is going to take out these 3 units, the anti-air and the 2 infantry. We will roll to see what he gets hits in return as. One of the infantry hits and the fighter does hit this time. So that is the 2 cav that I'm going to take as hits on my end. And then all 3 of these units are now gone. So we're going to push into round 3 and try to eliminate this fighter. And our fighter does hit. We got the hit that we need, so let's see if he gets a hit in return. And he does in fact get a hit in return, and we are going to take that hit. Let's see, we've lost 2 cav. We've lost one of our fighters. All of this is now gone. Let's see, I think, let's see, we still have to take Eastern Andalusia. But we're going to have 3 ground units and a fighter to do that. And the infantry will defend better. I think we're going to take a hit on artillery. Alright, so the outcome of the battle is that the Nationalists take over Catalonia successfully, and they have 2 surviving artillery, a surviving infantry, and a surviving fighter left over. The fighter is going to fly back to Galicia Leon, and we will do our Spanish recruitment roll, which hits at I believe it will hit at a 7 this time. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, so just barely hits, but does hit, and we will choose to take it. We can max have 3 units. How much does 8? We're going to take 2 militia, and we are going to put both of those militia into Madrid. Right. The only other thing is this heavy cruiser here. I know normally the ships get destroyed at the end, and normally like taking over one of this is like the end thing for the Spanish Civil War. So normally these ships never get rolled for. I think The Nationalists still get to roll to take over this heavy cruiser, though, since the Republicans still have Eastern Andalusia and the war's not over. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this die for that to see if the roll would even come into effect anyway. So we'll see what happens. That is a 9, which I believe is just barely a miss. I think it has to be a 10, 11, or 12 for that to hit. So I think it just gets deleted anyway. I will double check those numbers to make sure though. And if for some reason this shouldn't have been rolled for anyway, then just let me know. But I think it's just going to get deleted, and I'll double check the numbers to make sure. But anyway, overall, we are very happy with that Nationalist turn. Looks like we'll have the Civil War wrapped up on turn 5, which will be great after I spent so much money on this. Anyway, we will pass it off now to our KMT in USA, and see you next time.